Good morning and welcome to Pope John High and Middle School here on the campus of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County in Sparta, New Jersey, as the Pope John Junior Lions get set to take on the Toms River Warriors. Mike Formisano calling today's action. Here's the kick. And it goes down to about the 42-yard line where it rolls out of bounds. And the Pope John Lions will take over. 10 from the Pope John 43. Staub up to the line with his offense. Here's the snap. Handoff over to the running back, Benny Platt. He'll roll to the right. Runs around the corner. Trying to get past the defense of Toms River. Down to the 30-yard line. And he's met at the sideline. Brought down, but after a nice gain by Benny Platt, he gets all the way down to the Toms River 26. Staub goes ahead and gives it off to Rosinski. Lucas Rosinski, number 6, down to about the 20-yard line. And it'll be second and about 4 to go. To Rosinski. Rosinski rolls to the right. Is he in? Yes! Touchdown, Lions! Lucas Rosinski taking the handoff from Matthew Staub. And he rolls past the Toms River defense and into the end zone. 6-0, Pope John. So an 18-yard run for Lucas Rosinski. And that will put the Lions up 6-0, pending the point after. Here's a snap to 0-0. 0-0, go ahead and take it through the middle and cuts left. And he's off to the races, to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Can they catch him? They get him down at about the 2-yard line. Matthew Staub, the last man back to get 0-0, who was barreling toward the end zone, and they bring him down at the 2-yard line. It'll be first and goal for Toms River. Goal from the 2. Now number 5 back at quarterback. Here's a snap. He'll try and keep it. They meet him at the line. Barrels through and gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Toms River. So the quarterback keeper works for the Warriors. He gets into the end zone. And they tie this game up at 6. Keeper by 0-0. He'll roll right and into the end zone. And point after is good. And that will give Toms River a 7-6-10. Pope John up to the line. Here's a snap to Staub. We'll go ahead and give it off to Rosinski. Rosinski rolls to his left. Rosinski down the sideline. He met by about 3 or 4 Toms River defenders and brought down in plus territory at about the 46-yard line. So another big gainer for Lucas Rosinski and Pope John with the first down. Welcome back to Pope John High School and Middle School here in Sparta, New Jersey, as the Pope John Junior Lions are faced with a 4th and long against Toms River. Here's the snap by Staub over to Rosinski. Rosinski tries to cut past one defender. He does, but is dropped for a loss in the backfield where Toms River will take over. So, nothing doing for the Pope John Junior Lions on that drive. Snap. Hands off to the running back. Running back cuts through to the 40, down to about the 38-yard line where Pope John brings him down. Platt in on that tackle along with Jesse Maria. Off to number 8, rolls to his left, trying to cut around the defense. Gets down to the sideline. He's got a first down and more. Going down to the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Toms River. So number 8 with the rushing touchdown. We have a flag down in the play. So this thing's going to come back. Holding on Toms River. And that saves Pope John to take a sigh of relief. I formation. Quarterback hands it off to the tailback. Brought down by Jude Cofrancesco. Met him right in the backfield. Nice tackle by Cofrancesco. And Toms River dropped for another loss back at their Pope John 47-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and 22. Here's a snap. Hand off to the tailback. And brought down by the other Cofrancesco. That's Jason with the tackle. So Jude dropping 1 Toms River Warrior for a loss. And now Jason meeting the tailback at the line. He did gain about 2, but still brought him down, where it will be 4th and long for Toms River. Oh, the Cofrancescos, Jude and Jason getting the job done on defense. And we'll see what happens. 4th and long for Toms River now, as Pope John trying to get the ball back and trying to recapture the lead. Warriors had a long rushing touchdown negated by a holding penalty. It was number 8 who was able to rumble in from the left side of the field, but it was all brought back due to a holding call. And so now Toms River trying to work past that. It's 4th and long. Quarterback with a man in motion from left to right, and the handoff goes to the man in motion, 24. He cuts around to the right and is brought down by Mark Hedgepeth. Hedgepeth fired up with that tackle of number 24, and that will force Toms River to turn it over on down. 3 for the Lions. Staub up to the line. Platt and Rosinski in the backfield. Pitch is over to Rosinski, who rolls to his left. Down the sidelines, the 45 to 50, the 45 to 40. He's got 3 defenders to beat. He sidesteps another. There he is, off to the races. Lucas Rosinski, touchdown Lions. A 57-yard touchdown run by Lucas Rosinski, and the Pope John Junior Lions have taken the lead. 12-7. Now I formation for Toms River. 1 wide out to the right. That's number 29. Here's a handoff and a fumble, but he picks it up right away. That's number 8. Well, number 9 for Toms River. Toms River going down 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown. The Warriors. Number 9 with the handoff after an initial fumble. He was able to grab it, hold on to it, cut all the way down the sideline to the right. And the Warriors get on the board with the touchdown there, and that will make it 13-12, Toms River. Toms River now is number 2 with 1 tailback. Number 5 in motion from right to left. Second man in motion now coming across right to left. Fake, now handed off to the... No, it's kept by the quarterback, and he's met at the line, but he still is able to get in on a second effort, and that will put Toms River up 14-12. Here's the handoff. Oh, no, fake by Staub. The roll to his left. Trying to get around one defender. He does. Down to about the 45. Finally dragged down. But a big gainer for Staub as he's able to get past 24. Singleton for Toms River. But Singleton was able to bring him down at the Toms River 45. It'll be 2nd and 3 to go. Pope John back up to the line. 2nd and 3. Staub under center. Barking out signals. Here's a snap. Fakes the handoff to Platt. Throws it downfield to Rosinski, who makes the catch at the 35-yard line. Lucas Rosinski with the reception from Matthew Staub, and that'll give Pope John a first down at the Toms River 35-yard line. Maybe one more play in this half for Pope John. Try and get on the board again. It's 14-12, Toms River with a 2-point lead. Staub under center, Hedgepeth out to the left. Staub takes a snap, pitch back to Rosinski. He rolls to his right, down to the 40, the 35, and is met by Toms River defenders. Spun about on a 360 there and brought down at about the 34. And Pope John turns the ball over on downs. And the referee just blew the whistle as if that is a halftime, and that looks to be. So, halftime here from Pope John High and Middle School, where the Toms River Warriors hold a 14-12 lead. And here we go. Kicked down to about the 45, through the hands of one Toms River player, but picked up by another. 24 has it, comes across the 50, now to the 45, the 40, and he's met at about the 37 by Benny Platt and Lucas Rosinski, who bring him down at the Pope John 35-yard line. 10 in the red zone. Toms River up to the line. They're going to get to about the 3 for another first. Here's the handoff to the tailback. Number 5 cuts left. Tries to get into the end zone. He's going to be dropped to about the 3 or 4 yard line by the defense. So a gain of 9, maybe 10. And it may be enough for another Toms River first down. It's real close. Squatto out of the game for Pope John. Charlie Formasano in for the Lions. First and goal to go for Toms River. Warriors up to the line. Big defensive opportunity for the Lions to have a goal line stand, get the ball back, try and retake the lead, but they got to do the work here first. Here's the handoff to the tailback, cuts through the middle and into the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Toms River. So that puts the Warriors up 20-12 on Pope John. Number 1 under center. Here's a snap. He'll keep it. He'll roll to the right. And he can walk in. And the point after is good. So, number 1 with the keeper around the right side. And smooth sailing into the end zone for the point after touchdown. So, Toms River up now by 2 scores. It's 21-12 over Pope John. On the center. 3 men in the backfield. Hand off to Platt. Platt rumbling through. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. 2nd and 7 for the Lions. Actually, no dust on the field. It's artificial turf. Pope John down by 2 scores, and it would behoove them to keep this drive going and try and get back on the board so they can get a defensive stop, get the ball back, try and take the lead again. They've had a lead twice in this game, early on 6-0, and then at 12-7, but it's been all Toms River since then. There's the pitch back to Rosinski. He's met in the backfield and dropped by the Toms River defense, and that'll be a turnover on down. So the Warriors will get the ball at the 44-yard line of Pope John. 1st and 10 from the Toms River 44. We are starting the 4th quarter now. Running back number 9 cuts through the line and has got smooth sailing to the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Toms River. So number 9 with the rush from the line of scrimmage, 44 yards. And it's the 4th rushing touchdown today for Toms River. And they go up 27-12. Here's a snap by number 1. He'll roll to his right. Gives it to number 8. Number 8 looking for the corner of the end zone. Will he make it? He does. Gets there just before being hit out of bounds by the Pope John defense. Sneaks into the corner of the end zone on the far side of the field. Stop under center. Hands it off to Rosinski, who cuts the corner right. Rosinski down to the 40. He's down to the 30. He's got 1 man to beat to the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lions! A 55-yard rushing touchdown by Lucas Rosinski. And as he celebrates in the end zone, he's knocked over by Jacob Jessamaria. But he's back on his feet. And the Lions are able to cut the Toms River lead. That's what they needed. A quick touchdown. And it's down to 28-18. Lions to the line. Staub under center. He's got Klebitz in the backfield. Sean Klebitz, number 23. Hedgesmith out to the right, as is Platt and Rosinski. Here's Staub. He rolls back, and he's met by a sea of Toms River defenders. And they didn't bring him down. They just stopped his forward progress. So that will be another point after. That is no good. From the 50. Here's the quarterback. Oh, he's hit savagely by Rosinski. Came right through the line and just nailed the quarterback. Number 1, dropped him for a 4-yard loss, about 3-yard loss. Back to the 47. Wow, if you get a chance to go back on replay later on, take a look at this. Look at this hit from Rosinski on the quarterback. Came right through it. You heard it up here. Hand off to 24. Cuts around to the right. Gets the first down and then some. We got a flag in the backfield, however. Brought down at about the 31-yard line. So we're going to see what happened here. Holding call against Toms River. And that's going to set him back. So another big break for Pope John as Toms River's called for offside after that first down rush. That's what sprung him. So they're going to set that back. Toms River will have 4th down again, trying to keep the drive moving.
Big down for Pope John. They need a big defensive stop to get the ball back. Here's the snap to number 1. Pitch back to the running back. He cuts left. He's got room to run.
Misses the Rosinski tackle to the 40. He's got the first down. Now to the right side of the field, and he's brought down by Pope John. Sean Clements was able to bring him down, but not before Toms River gains the first down, and a killer for the Lions.
Warriors up to the line. Here's the snap. Handed off to the tailback. Runs through the left.
Tries to get around defenders. Out to the outside. He does so, and he's able to stiff arm a few. And about 5 or 6 Pope John defenders trying to bring him down. They finally do at about maybe the 10-yard line. So another big rushing play for Toms River. And a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Number 00 is able to go ahead and cut through the middle. And touchdown, Toms River. Their 5th rushing touchdown of the day. Number 00 is acting as the quarterback, and he kept it. Cut right through the middle. And the 5th rushing touchdown for Toms River makes it 34-18. Quarterback under center. Man in motion, left to right. Now a second. 24. Left to right. Oh, quarterback fumbled the snap. Jumps right on it. And Toms River will not be converting their 5th point after touchdown. So, the score remains 34-18 as Pope John will get the ball back. 4th quarter, it's getting late here in Sparta. Pope John's got to score and quick. Staub will hand it off to Rosinski, met by number 20 in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Tackled at the 49-yard line of Toms River. We got a timeout on the field. No, that's not a timeout. That is the end of the game. So, clock runs out on Pope John, and Toms River will take this one. Final score from Pope John High and Middle School. The Toms River Warriors 34. The Pope John Junior Lions 18. Good effort by Pope John. They had the early lead twice. A 19-yard touchdown from Lucas Rosinski on a rush to the right side of the end zone gave them the initial lead. Toms River took over and scored 1. It was 7-6. But then Pope John was able to go back on a 57-yard touchdown by Rosinski. That made it 12-7. But after that, it was all Toms River. 5 rushing touchdowns by the Warriors today. Rosinski did add a 3rd touchdown for Pope John, a 55-yard rush in the 4th quarter, but it wasn't enough. So, Pope John falls to 1-6 on the season. This is the last scheduled game, however. Coach Cofrancesco alluded to the fact that they are trying to get 1, maybe 2 more games on the schedule. So, if they're able to do so, we will be with you. If not, we will be with you next season.